All right, guys, we're on the last days of our road trip, man, and we're in Uvita, our last stop. We just went to, what's that whale's tail? Valor?
Bahia National Park.
Okay, thank you. My Spanish is known to
Bahia.
be bad. Anyway, guys, do you recognize her? Do you recognize her? This is Lisa. We've talked to her before. We're going to get to her in a minute, guys. I'm Michael Allen, TravelCostaRicaNow.com. Guys, we have another relocation retreat coming up. I'd love to see you there. If Costa Rica is on your radar, but you're not quite sure, I think this 6-day event might answer those questions. And again, we'd love to see you. It's my favorite thing to do is sit around the pool and talk to you guys. We had a lot of great speakers. All that information is in a link in the description. Lisa, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.
We have to talk about the elephant that's not in the room. The last time we made a video, I believe that Lisa's been here about 3 years, maybe a little over, and she came down with somebody. I don't see him.
Yeah. Ricky went home in December, and Costa Rica was not for him. And so obviously there's more to the story than that, but that kind of sums it up.
And we're definitely not getting all personal about that, but was it, I mean, I would imagine that, I mean, you're down in another country. Did you ever kind of go, I'm not going to stay here either?
No. I really feel like this has become my home, and I really feel like Costa Rica, it just fits for me. It is not for everyone. It can be super difficult for some people, and it is hard to be away from family, but I did not ever consider leaving.
It's super difficult for me right now, Lisa, because I'm sweating balls.
No.
So we're clear.
Super hot today.
Actually, for people, that video that we did over 3 years ago, or whenever it was, did very well. And I think it had something, Canada was in the title. So it went very well. But let's just very quickly outline kind of how you guys got down here, even as a couple or whatever. What was going on up where you were that you said, how'd Costa Rica get on your map, that kind of thing?
So I had visited Costa Rica like 10 years ago. I came by myself on a retreat, and I fell in love with the country. And then at the time we decided to move, it was just that life was really chaotic and crazy in Canada. It was busy. We didn't have enough time for anything. And so, we just kind of wanted to minimize our life and make things a little bit quieter.
That's, it's funny. I don't think people realize, I say this all the time, but it's like wherever you're from, usually Canada, United States, you're going on a hamster wheel about 100 miles an hour. And when you get down here, you're going down. You're not even breaking 5.
Yeah, and it's definitely not easier down here. Like, you think you're moving down here to make an easier life. I would not call it easier, but it is more fulfilling.
Well, wait. Okay, so kind of maybe define that a little more. So we would say simpler, but what's not easy?
I just think this life down here is more challenging in all the ways. So like, it's obviously harder for work. It's harder for everything. Like your car breaks down all the time. Your shit goes on here that doesn't happen in Canada. Inconveniences, power outages, water's out, that kind of stuff.
Did you hear about the power outages coming?
Yes.
We just got a memo or something. On this Monday, they're going to start doing power outages for 3 hours at a time.
Yeah, for a week, I think. Week.
Okay, so that's what we did know. It's just a week?
Yeah, just a week at the moment.
Okay, I thought it was going to be a Nicaragua situation where they were doing that all the time.
Yeah,
So, did you guys have a big plan? Did you know exactly what you're going to be doing or trying to get into?
Yeah, our big plan was to come down and build an Airbnb. That was kind of our first business. At the time, Ricky wanted to play music, so that was a big part of it. And for me, I mean, really running the Airbnb was the main thing. Doing hair is always something I want to keep on the back burner, and so, but the Airbnb was the main thing. And you did build that.
We did build that.
Yeah, and we've been super lucky. It was really successful last year, and it's been successful this year. So, yeah, the Airbnb worked out.
I think for people that don't know Costa Rica too well, Uvita, I think it's been the hot place to come for at least the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people coming here. I kind of say maybe you should look somewhere else because it's grown.
I would say it's doubled. Like even just like property values, everything has doubled in the last 3 years. So it's been a really good place to invest, but it is getting super busy.
But how cute is this place?
It is super cute.
Lisa lives in some hidden place. You can't even get up here, really. She probably does that on purpose.
I do like my little hidden spot. You know, you don't even know the driveway's there. Nobody knows the house is here. It's super secluded.
Actually, do you have any problem with do you have any problems with theft around here at all?
Nothing. No, Playa Hermosa is super. It feels super safe. All the neighbors know each other. I'm on a driveway where, you know, I know everybody on the road. There's a group chat for the community. You hear about stuff before anything happens. And I have 2 very large dogs that help.
They're pretty luggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty big. But did you ever, so you are a very attractive single woman. Does that ever bother you? You ever felt like in a dangerous situation walking around, or do you get the cat calls from that whole machismo thing?
No, I actually don't find that here in Costa Rica. Like I don't. Not like in, you know, Mexico. It's much worse. I don't know which other countries, but no, I haven't found it. I have never felt unsafe here. I feel very safe.
I don't know. Fortuna's a little different. It's very touristy and compacted, and we definitely have a little bit of that. If you leave your computer in the car thing going on.
I think if you were down in Uvita, it's different. Like I think where there's more concentration of people, but I'm really up in the mountains and there's nobody around. So yeah, it doesn't. And I have bars on my windows and doors. Actually, if I'm honest, if I lived in a house without bars on the windows and doors, I would feel more nervous.
You know, everyone makes fun of us having bars on the door. I go, you know what? This is a different country. You have your better looking bars with your little guards and your little key card entrances. Well, we're a little cheaper down here. We have to be practical.
I quite enjoy it.
I love my bars. I feel like nobody's, definitely. So how has it been like making friends and finding a community and sense of community? Do you get involved with the?
I've been so lucky. Like I feel like I hit the jackpot when I came here. So when I first moved here, my best friend lived across the street. Like I met her through moving here. She found me this house. And then I just kind of integrated with her friends. And honestly, it's just good community of people here. We are about to get poured on.
All right, we had to make a little move. It's raining. It's raining up at Lisa's. We're getting a little wet. Now we're under a big tree, hoping not to get so wet. All right, we were talking about bars and like security stuff. Now, did you have to make any, I don't want to get back into Ricky or anything, but like adjustments when you knew he was leaving? Was there precautions that you had to?
No.
Because you felt safe, right?
Yeah, I really have a good community around me as well. Like I have friends all along my street. I'm just surrounded by good people. So no, there wasn't anything that I had to do that was any different. Nope.
So what do? You do a little work here and there. You run your Airbnb. What do you do for fun? Do you go out much? Do you stay to yourself?
I hang out with a good group of friends. That's probably, beach time, river time, hanging out with friends. But I'm not...
oh, you guys got cool rivers here?
We do actually have some cool rivers, cool waterfalls. So that's kind of the main thing. But otherwise, I'm a homebody. I'm super chill. I like to be home.
So the adjustment from like going 100 miles an hour to 5, how was that? Did you have any problems with acclimation? Like it kind of slowed down too much, or were you too busy
I don't think
getting
I've
things
slowed
started?
Down. I think I'm just starting to slow down now. This idea that we came here for a slower life, it's not real. Like I think I've worked harder and longer here than I did in Canada. But I am finally getting
because of trying to get things going, or just
trying to looking for land, buying the house. Ricky did an amazing job building the house. We had a team of guys, but I mean it was stressful. It was a lot of work. I worked online full time that whole 2 years. I'm still working online, so I work a lot. I work a lot here. I'm trying to have a little less work.
Let's go back to the one thing you were saying, because I think people don't understand. Like it is simpler here, but you're right. It's not necessarily easy, and there's some things that make things difficult here. And I would say, let's go with banking. Maybe be the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, that was my least favorite thing to do when Ricky left, because that was a Ricky chore, and now it's mine. I hate it. Yes.
Yeah, I finally got online. I got everything. I do it right by my computer, and I used to literally. Doing all the travel stuff, I went into banks almost every day to pay your package, the hotels and adventure tours, almost every day during November to March.
That is horrible.
Paying you have no idea. And now I can't believe I ever did that. I'm just sitting here going like this.
Bill. I avoid. The bank is the last thing on my list. I will leave it till the very end. But it's all set up now, so it's okay.
Are things slowing down at all for you, or are you still going?
We had a slow. I would say like the Airbnb was a little quiet in May, in April, and May is a little bit quiet, but it's fairly steady. I think we have a really good product.
So how do you work the hair thing? So you can, I don't know if people know, you can own a business here without being a resident.
Yes.
You just can't work it, so whatever. But
so I did open a salon here. I did open a salon recently. That was kind of the end of last year. I started, and it's been amazing. It's in Dominicalito, and it's in this beautiful little plaza with an amazing. It's just again surrounded by really, really good people.
Have you had help, like people helping you set up the business or doing banking or some of these things that are kind of sometimes almost need a Tico?
Yes.
Which don't even get me started on that idea from last night.
We do. We need.
Don't tell anybody. Right. Don't tell anybody.
Right. Secret idea. You know what? I had a great lawyer and I have a great accountant. And I have friends here that kind of helped with the process. But no, for the most part, we kind of figured it out as we went along.
I want to do a quick plug here. Guys, you don't want to start anything in Costa Rica with the wrong people. Accountant, immigration, starting construction. If you pick the wrong person and get the wrong contact, it can go south very quick, very easy, lose a ton of money, frustration. Now you're in the middle of it. What do? You can't stop this thing.
Yeah, we've been super lucky. I've had really good people in my corner and looking out for me, but no, I'm winging it. Like I'm winging it all the time. I do not have my shit together. I do not know what's going on 90% of the time, but
Lisa, I find that very hard to believe. You seem like you got it all dialed in. Yeah. Good Lord.
Yeah, good. That's what I'm trying to make it look like.
So how do you adjust? We were talking last night that like, you're like, you don't want to get back completely. You were saying, hey, I like to go, I'm in the salon maybe 3 days or 2 days or, you could easily get busy and go, working 7 days a week now.
No, I'm trying really hard not to do what everyone does when they come here, which is hustle so hard. No, I only want to be 3 days in the salon. I want to have the Airbnb. And then I've got some other ideas that'll be later on this year, hopefully.
See, I think you like being busy. I think you like hustling. Nope. You've said you've done a bunch of things here with
I know.
On the internet, doing this, doing that. Like doing the Airbnb.
Okay.
That's pretty impressive coming down here and doing construction because a lot of people can't pull that off.
Yeah, that I give all to Ricky. He honestly handled all of the construction himself. I did the design, I did, decor, but he really took care of that.
Did he know the biz?
Yeah, he has a background in construction.
Oh, well, that helps.
So yeah, otherwise I would not recommend it to people that are coming down here by themselves.
And you said his Spanish was good too.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah,
which kind of
he picked up
helps
Spanish
a lot
really,
too.
really quickly.
So any more Airbnbs? Are you going to be like a slumlord?
No, I would love to build another house on the property where the Airbnb is because there's enough room just for myself. But I also don't ever want to lose this house. Like, I don't know if I'll ever move.
I can see why. We talked about your rent. It's pretty freaking low.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very lucky. Very, very lucky.
Did you do a contract for this one? Or Everyone talks about the contracts and I guess you're supposed to have one. It's kind of understood that you have 3 years whenever you rent someplace, right?
I have a very amazing landlord, a Tico landlord that is wonderful. So I've been, again, very lucky.
Was this his like a family house before?
Yeah. So actually all the houses that you saw when you came down the driveway are his.
Oh.
So he owns like this whole chunk.
Well, this one's super cute. I can see why you like it. And when the rent's good, especially nowadays, especially here in Uvita, because you couldn't find this house for what you pay.
No. I'm very aware of how lucky I am. So
now I asked you this last night. We're not going to get all personal because it's personal, but people do kind of like, what's maybe if you could give me a rough estimate of her cost of living to give me some sort of.
Yeah, I would say 2,000 US is a good amount that I would say for my actual just living expenses. So rent, car,
mostly food.
A lot of food. I like to eat out. That is like my only activity. But other than that, I mean,
it's ours too.
That's all
we do.
Yeah, there's not a lot to spend your money on here other than food.
Well, I don't know. I have some gringo friends that like need the bigger leather couch and the other car.
I would love another car, but I don't have a couch or a TV.
So you've simplified that way.
When I came here, I really had to ask myself, what do I need and what do I want? And we want a lot of things, but I don't need very much. And I find the less that I have, the happier I am. Maybe not clothes. I'd like more clothes, but other than that.
I literally got nothing. I got a bunch of white t-shirts and a bed
That works
and
well.
a little computer like this with a fan blowing on me right
But
here.
it's nice. You don't have to worry about anything.
And if I don't need it, I don't buy it.
No.
Unlike D'Angelo,
No.
he likes the American outlet store.
You know, we don't have anything in Uvita to shop for. So, I mean, I'll get my family to bring stuff back when they come, but otherwise I really don't shop here.
How's the car working out?
Oh, yeah, great.
That sounded sarcastic.
The mechanic came today. It's another 500 today. Yes, so that is my advice to anyone moving to Costa Rica is buy a new car. Buy a brand new car. They don't lose their values. They are.
I'm only laughing because I feel your pain.
It makes me so angry.
Everything, no matter what you do and take your car in, you're talking 3 to 5 for no matter what it is, and it doesn't even really get fixed that time.
This year, I have spent at least half the value of my car in repairs.
I know it's that fine line to what to do.
At what point do you sell it? But now I'm so far into it. I'm like, oh, just make it to the end of the year, and then.
You should have a car like mine who couldn't even make it up your street.
I'm sorry. I
had to turn off the air conditioner. He had to get out and push from the back. It was terrible.
You know, the first time I drove up that hill, I was terrified. I was like, I can't live up here. Like, I'm not going to drive up this road. And now when people complain about that road, I'm like, this is an amazing road compared to everything else in this country. Like, this is, so I forget what it's like when you first get here.
I think I asked you this last night too. What are your favorite things about living in Uvita or Costa Rica in general?
Oh, favorite things. Honestly, it is peaceful. Like when you're not working hard, to wake up, like my favorite thing in the morning is to just make a coffee and sit on this porch behind us and just sit there in quiet. The birds, nature,
the monkeys and all that.
Yeah, like if you're having a bad day, you go to the beach and it's not that bad. Like, I don't know. It's easier to recover from shitty days in Costa Rica.
And then all you have to do is be grateful and remind yourself of where you're at.
Yeah.
Like, geez, nobody else is.
I have not had a single day that I'm not grateful to be here. Not one day that I don't drive down this driveway. Like, I know it's just a driveway, but this is the most beautiful driveway I've ever seen. Like, the fact that I live here, it blows my mind every day.
We would call this a hidden gem.
Yeah, it is a hidden gem.
Okay, well, that was only one, though. Got to have a couple more.
What other things do I love here? I love the people. I've really fallen in love with the people. I would say I have the most beautiful community of women around me that I've ever had. Just like-minded, beautiful people that want to help each other. Like everyone here helps everyone. It's so much. Nobody has their families here, so you just become this family, and it's a.
Have you run into other single women? Is there very many, or is it mostly partnered up?
I hope there's other ones. Is it just me?
I don't know. No, I'm asking. Do you have friends that are other just single women that came from the States or Canada?
You know what? There are a few single women around here. Yeah. That came. I do have some.
You
people
guys
that
should start a group like Boss Ladies.
I'm trying to just start a commune, basically, where we can all live on the same piece of land and just be happy alone.
You know, I'm with this idea. We've knocked this around a lot of times. If you want to live a simple life, doesn't get all guru-y, but get like-minded people. Don't let anybody live there. It has to be people that you're kind of. They're going to work. They're going to help out. There's not going to be anybody thinking they're the main dude or whatever. And
that's the problem. Can't have dudes there.
That's right.
It has to be women.
Well, I'm half feminine or something, so I probably would it. No, but you know what I mean? That whole commune thing, I think, is something. It really is something. You just planning, animals, doing the thing, having a nice, simple life. As long as you have the land and you start growing your own stuff, you're kind of set.
You are talking about my future right now.
I think that was another idea you were thinking.
I have lots of them.
I know the one last night, which we're not going to tell
yet.
Where are you? Because we're going to do that one.
Yeah, we'll come back in 6 months for that.
Well, that's interesting. So you were saying earlier, like, so you got plans.
Yeah, I got plans. I got some really cool ideas. I feel like this country's, I think you come down here with an idea, but everything changes. Like we got the Airbnb, that was great. Everything we wanted worked out. But then you start to see what's needed. You start to see, okay, there's new ideas. And I think you got to be really open. Because
you see options appearing kind of before yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
So you said a couple of things you like. What are, is there anything that surprised you when you got down here? Like, man, I didn't know this was like this. Besides your car.
Yeah, the car. What else? I mean, again, like the power goes out, the water goes out. It doesn't really bother me. I don't really have a lot of things I don't like here. I really like everything a lot. Like
But-
I don't have a lot.
And not
to complain
surprised by
about.
anything.
No, I mean, no. I'm surprised how safe I feel. When I came here, I was a little bit nervous. I was a little bit nervous about safety, but I'm surprised at how safe I feel.
Yeah, I think you picked a good place for that because I think there's a lot of other places that you might not feel quite the same.
Agreed.
Tamarindo, I don't think you'd feel that way. I don't
Yeah.
even think in La Fortuna, which is pretty safe, really. But we just said we have a couple crackheads, you know. No, seriously, they walk around and they don't know what they're doing and they just walk in your house. And They don't mean anything, but they just go, I want a computer.
Yeah.
And
again, maybe in town where it's a little bit busier, you have that, but this particular community is so safe.
Do you have anything that you would, okay, there's other single women in Canada and the United States. What advice would you give them if they were thinking about Costa Rica? Or it doesn't have to be Costa Rica, but like, were you prepared? Were you guys prepared?
I feel like I studied hard. I put a year of watching your videos, Sarah Lena's videos.
Travel Costa Rica now.
I really did. I watched every video. I studied everything. I feel like I came here very prepared.
Like well-rounded of kind of
I knew what to expect. So I would say do your research. I would say watch the videos and be honest about. I would say come down here and try it out as well, because I do think a lot of people think it's a holiday all the time, and it's not.
That's not true.
It's beautiful all the time, but it's not it's not easy.
We didn't know when we first came, everything went wrong. We didn't do homework and research, and when we did, it was just with one guy because I thought we were friends.
Right.
Come to find out, we weren't friends, and so. But we got here and we just didn't want to leave. Yeah. And we just, we were making T-shirts on the internet to try to make some money. I was working at a coffee shop, just to try to get something going. And this video thing kind of came up and we just started working at it, just working and thought, hey, this is a good thing. This could work. Yeah. And just kept going. But it was hard as shit.
And I think I got lucky because we landed in a place where we had friends almost right away. And those friends really helped us. Like I have not done this alone. Ricky and I didn't do this alone. We came alone, but we immediately had people around us helping. I got lucky.
You were saying that lucky. I don't know. I don't think you really got lucky because you did everything right. I think you knew what to look for, maybe people to stay away from, people to listen to. You obviously had the good contacts hooked up. So you obviously did a lot right. I don't know if you were really lucky. You kind of set your own luck on this, I think, a little bit because a lot of people like us came down here. We were not lucky at all.
Yeah, well, again, this country, I think, either welcomes you or it pushes you out. And it welcomed me. I was very lucky. But again, you're right. It's not all luck, but I knew what to be prepared for. So I wasn't too disappointed.
I just wish people understood that time is the more important commodity than money. Yes. I wish they'd get 100%. Off this. If you just go, if you could sit here, not have to do a whole lot, you get your groceries, you got your stuff, you got your car, man, it's a pretty good life if you're good with your time. But a lot of people aren't good with time.
No.
They can't, I should be doing something. I got to do something. I'm worthless. I'm not doing anything.
No, I don't have that problem. I would like to do less. And I think that the biggest success you can have in life is to be happy. I don't care how much is in your bank account. I want to have money. I want to have financial freedom. 100%.
Well, it gives us security, right?
Of course. And I need to be able to travel home. But I haven't thought about going on holidays since I moved to this country. It's been 3.5 years. Not once have I been like, I need to go on a holiday. Not one time. And I used to go on holidays every 6 months.
Because you had to.
Yeah, because you had to get away from your life. But I don't have
to. But we live in a holiday. You know what I mean? We live in a holiday, but you're right. It's not all holiday and paradisey stuff. No, but it kind of is.
Yeah, that's just it. Again, it's not like I'm on holidays, but every day I feel like I'm in paradise.
So you would never leave, or you don't think?
I mean you can't say never, right? But I have no desire to leave anytime soon. No, I plan to be here long term.
But I gotta give Lisa props. Made it past the 2-year mark.
Yes, you did.
Sitting in the room.
And it's amazing, right? Like, how beautiful is this?
I don't know. We kind of, I guess, got lucky to 18 years ago, whenever it was we moved here. I thank every day for that. Is like, right? I don't know how, because we didn't, it was almost like, let's go to Costa Rica. We should try that thing. We were kind of in some other things with, jobs. And it's like, what else are we doing? Yeah. And let's go. And
What's the worst that can happen?
we were so stupid, but wide-eyed and bushy-tailed about it.
Yeah,
You know, so we just we got down here and we just adjusted and adapted to all the shit.
Yeah.
People say, oh, you can't, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. You have to be chill here. You have to be laid back. You cannot be a type A person in this country. You can, but you will be very annoying.
Well, you'll be stressed and have anxiety and all kinds of stuff.
Character building.
Very.
I don't know. I think you're kind of type A, aren't you?
No, not even close. No.
I don't know. You can't. How are you? How are you this go-getter? Got a million ideas, doing all kinds of shit, and going, I just sit here. I don't know.
I am not type A. I don't know. I told you I get lucky. And I like what D'Angelo said the other night. You know, if you're good to people, people will be good to you. And I think I tried it really hard to be kind to people.
D'Angelo said that?
He did.
There's no way he said that.
He did.
Fuck me. I gotta take a break on that one. No, I don't know. I guess on the advice to other people, even it doesn't have to be women, anybody. I think I would say after you do your homework and research, go on your adventure, man. We are put on this life to go on an adventure always. We need to conquer something. We need to do something. We need to strive for something. You just can't sit here all complacent.
No.
It gives no meaning of life. So to me, that would be my advice to anybody. Do your homework and research.
Yeah.
Make your move. Don't get analysis paralysis. Don't think about it for the next 25 years. I don't know. Maybe not. Do it if you're prepared. I don't mean to just...
Yeah. And line up jobs. Like that was, I would say, the hardest thing. I mean, again, I got very lucky at the beginning. I got an online job right away, but it was not so easy for Ricky. It wasn't as easy for him. And it's not easy for people I see coming down here. I mean, a lot of entrepreneurs are people that want to own businesses, which you can do.
Was it more, again, not to get personal, but was it just because it was a little too laid back for him? Like he wanted more of a...
I think he likes the hustle. I think there's a lot of things. To make it short, I think family being far away was tough.
Oh, that's good.
I think that this lifestyle is probably too laid back for Ricky. He definitely enjoys to be working harder.
And there was new family.
Yeah.
He didn't meet.
Exactly. So yes, he had some new family members, family that was having children. That was a big thing for Ricky and I. Children was a big thing that we didn't see eye to eye on.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Yeah.
Move ahead. Move on.
Yeah.
So when Ricky's gone, did your family kind of go, Lisa, maybe it's time to come back. What the hell are you doing?
I think my family has learned that I don't listen very well. And I'm sure they were nervous. But they didn't tell me that so far. My sister's coming to visit in 2 weeks for the first time, so that's a pretty big deal.
You get him. I almost want him to see him. He's so
handsome.
His head stuck in there for a second.
Yeah. Oh, he comes to see you.
Has anybody? Your family hasn't been out here at all?
I've had my youngest brother come visit, and my stepdad come visit, and now my sister. 2 out of 6.
Well, they'll probably feel pretty comfortable after they leave out of here, seeing how it's going.
I think once my sister comes and sees it, she'll be here more often. I think.
Is that good or bad?
I would welcome her coming to visit more often.
Well, Lisa, it's great, man. I told you last night, it's so cool to see somebody coming, doing their thing, boss lady around another country, doing your thing. So we are going to catch up with you again.
Thank you.
And see what's going on. By that time, you probably will have a commune, be wearing a robe and baptizing people.
How did you know?
I know your plans.
You know. Yeah.
All right, guys. This was great. I love these interviews. Guys, I'm Michael Lamp, TravelCostaRicaNow.com. If you're thinking about living or traveling anywhere, always do your homework and research. And if it's Costa Rica, I'm going to save my videos. Things are going to pop up. All right, guys. Peace.
Cheers.